go live here, buddy. Give me about 1 or 2 minutes, y'all.
Another one, but that's what it is.
Word. Yeah, I can't complain, man. How the kids love the Christmas presents and all that good stuff.
Everything was love.
That's what's up, man. It's always good when Saint Nick come by. So we back, man. Week 17. Kind of some good games, some pointless games, and we got Dallas and the Eagles. But let's first start off with a financial tip of the day. And another thing, too, thank y'all for joining me on Facebook on this late night. I know there's a lot of sports on, college football's on, people rearing up for the UFC fight tonight as well. So thanks for participating and following me on Facebook and SoundCloud as well. So I got a little financial tip. I don't know if you got one, Steve. You got one or no dice?
Go ahead, you go. I got a small one.
Yeah, I got a small one too, man. Shout out to Wendy Cafone for this one. She's becoming my go-to for. She's a financial advisor, actually assistant manager at a bank. So she's been my go-to for my financial tips. So from Wendy Cafone, she said that if you do a lot of shopping this year and you didn't use a lot of cash, but you use a lot of credit cards, and you're paying your credit cards back. So if you get a late fee on those credit cards, you can actually call for some. I don't want to say it's forbearance, but you can ask for some lenience to actually get those late charges either reversed up to 2 a year, or you can get them cut down to half. And, it might not be a lot. I think what's a late charge? Maybe like $30, $25. I'm not sure. I don't really use credit cards.
I don't use them that much
either. Yeah. So for those who do, be sure, just like almost like you go over on your debit card. I think it's it might be 36. It's counting what bank you have.
Yeah, with a withdrawal fee.
Yeah,
it's usually like $35.
Yeah, so you can either get that, forbearance, or you can think get that cut in half for your credit card. So, shout out to Wendy for the tip of the day. We're gonna call it. I think me and her were messing around wealth tips from Wendy or something like that. Wealth Wendy's.
WW.
Yeah, WW, something like that. You know what I mean? What you got for me, buddy?
Just something simple, man. That
Right.
I think helps a lot of people is when you keep a calendar of your financial burdens or your bills, whatever it is. I like to keep on a calendar. Like if we're going on a trip, if I'm going on a trip, any type of events coming up, put it, in the near future, how many weeks you got until you, want to reach your savings. If you want to save a certain amount for spending money or whatever it is, just keep it on the calendar. As well as, like I said, your bills. That way you avoid being late. If you need to push it back, call the bank or whoever you got your car loan through,
right.
insurance, whatever it is, to push something back a couple of days to avoid a late fee. Then you have it right in front of you. You have all your bills added up. Your income, what you bring in, and it helps. I really think it helps a lot.
No, I think it does help, bro. Like every little bit helps. You know what I mean? And sooner or later, that thing kind of snowballs, and then you look back at the year and see how much savings you've done just by doing your due diligence of actually, calling the companies or, making sure that, your finances are in order as well. So those little bit of details do help, man.
All right.
So we got the playoffs, man. AFC is a mess, bro. Like, I don't
think it's a mess. I just think it's very interesting.
Yeah, it is, because I think there's a lot of games and a couple key players got hurt. I think the NFC's kind of locked in. I wrote it down. So we obviously got Dallas locked out in 1.
Right.
I think Atlanta locked 2.
They should.
And then I know they already said New York is already locked in 5. So you got that Green Bay-Detroit game that means a lot. Seattle needs to win as well. And I think if Washington wins, they're in. and it's the same with Detroit.
If Washington wins, they're in?
I believe so. I forget the scenarios.
That's.
Let me see if I can look at it real quick.
Didn't they just lose 2 weeks ago?
Right. So Washington can win if Green Bay and Detroit game doesn't end in a tie, or Washington ties and Green Bay losses and Tampa loses.
I know it had to be like another tie somewhere in there, which is kind of
right. But if Washington wins, they're in, because I doubt Green Bay and Detroit's going to end in a tie. So if Washington wins, they're in, and if Washington loses, Detroit's in, or. Yeah, Detroit has to tie or Washington lose or tie.
Right, yeah, because they're the third team out. Now, what if Tampa wins, though?
So, Tampa needs a lot. If Tampa wins, they need Washington to actually tie. They need Green Bay to lose.
Yeah.
So, that's not going to happen. Because how many times have you seen a team tie twice in a year? Washington's not going to tie.
Right.
So, I think Green Bay beats Detroit, and we'll get in that later. So I got Green Bay locked in the 3rd seed, Seattle locked in the 4th seed, and then Washington locked in that 6th seed. The AFC is a little bit different, man. Everybody's in the playoffs in the AFC, but it's just like a seed type thing.
Just a seed, and it's all
right. So I mean, I think New England, you can lock them in for 1, but Oakland's in the air. KC can jump from 5 to 2 if KC wins and Oakland loses, and Oakland's going to Denver, which is not going to be easy, especially with Carr out.
Right.
So, I think that's really it. Just those 3 teams. I think Pittsburgh's locked in at 3, Houston's locked in at 4, and Miami's locked in at 6. So it becomes interesting because then you play the chess match, right? I mean, you obviously want that second round bye, but you have 4 and 5.
First round bye.
I'm sorry, first round bye. Right. And then you have 4 and 5 playing in 3 and 6. So obviously the first seed plays the lowest seed. And then we have, trying to think how that's going to play out. Because if KC goes 2, right?
Right.
And then Oakland drops to 5, you got Oakland going to Houston, Miami going to Pittsburgh. Just say Pittsburgh and Oakland win those games, then you have Oakland going to KC and Pittsburgh going to New England, it looks like. Or the other way around, I'm sorry. Oakland going to New England and Pittsburgh going to KC. So it's going to get interesting in the AFC AFC kind of playoffs.
Yeah.
How everything kind of lays out, because that gets us into our next thing. I want to do a prop bet for the Super Bowl, bro.
Okay.
And what I have so far, I think from the NFC is going to be Atlanta or Green Bay.
Okay.
And in the AFC, I think it's either going to be Packers or Kansas City. I'm sorry, Patriots or Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah, the Patriots or Kansas City. I'm leaning towards.
I like the Falcons and the Pats.
Yeah, and if I look at that bet real quick, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I think it's like plus 850.
So that's not bad at all.
No, it's not bad at all. So $100 to win, 850 if that's the bet. And I kind of like those odds, man.
Yeah. Would you be able to? But see, what you'll have to do, either the Falcons or Green Bay. So
right.
You'll have to put in maybe 2 different ones.
Yeah, I could put in 2 $50 ones for like I mean like $50 to win 400 or 425, I believe it is.
Right.
The site's not working right now, so I can't see it right now. But that's one of the bets I'm looking at. So I might put that up as a Facebook vote. And whatever the fans vote, maybe I'll just throw a little $50 on there. I don't know. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
But I like Atlanta, man. I think Atlanta's a nice pick coming out the NFC. I don't think Dallas makes it.
I hope Dallas don't make it. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if they don't.
Right.
I just hope they don't.
I know. I can dig it. So, who you got, bro? You like the Atlanta Patriots?
Yeah, I like Atlanta and Patriots. I like either Atlanta or Seattle to come out of the NFC.
You think Seattle's got enough, man?
I just like the way Seattle plays come playoff time.
Yeah, well, they need to get it together. I'll tell you that, because they're hurting right now.
They're a team that turns it on during the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's when they're full strength. They're hurting right now, man.
Yeah, they're down Earl Thomas, which is huge.
And Lockett. Lockett just went down too. Yeah. And Procise is out.
Yeah, Procise is Procise. I mean, he wasn't there last year, so.
Yeah, neither was Rawls, though.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. So, let's get back into, this Philly thing, man. What's up, bro? What you got? Give me 5 Philly moments from 2016 since we about to close out the year here.
All right, my 5, I got the drafting of Carson Wentz and Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Which was huge for both organizations,
right.
The Eagles and the Sixers.
I completely agree.
Allen Iverson, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Doug Peterson and Chip Kelly out.
You like that one? I didn't think that was a big moment because I don't even think they won.
A lot of people made a big deal about Chip Kelly being out, right?
Right.
And then just, Doug Peterson coming back, who is an understudy of Andy Reid.
Right.
How they're going to bring the coacher back. He's a player's coach, quote unquote, like Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything, learning the whole regime from Andy. So, that was just kind of big coming back to the city where Andy was here for over a decade.
Right.
Another one I got Donovan and Dawkins up for the Hall of Fame.
Okay. And
one more I have Ryan Howard being cut by the Phillies.
Yeah. It just wasn't. He just wasn't re-signed. I think that's huge too because. I think that's huge too.
He won't be back.
Yeah, because that ends the World Series 2008 team. He was the last piece, and I think that's a huge thing. And I think they gave him a good send off because we've killed Ryan Howard in the media. We've killed Ryan Howard in side conversations and just the city in itself. So I'm glad that they gave him a good sending off. Actually, I added a couple more things. I had Villanova hitting that big shot. I forget young bull's name, who hit that big shot against UNC in the championship. Okay. They haven't lost since. People forget about that.
Yeah. Regular season during college isn't really hyped until you get to March Madness.
Right.
You can lose within those times. All of the number one teams lose. Right. During the season,
So, also, gotta show love to the Flyers. I got 2 things for the Flyers. The first thing, I think one of the most important thing is the owner and was he the founder of the Flyers? I'm not sure. I don't think he was a founder, but an old owner, Ed Snyder, died,
right,
which was huge for the hockey community and obviously the Philadelphia Flyers community. And also the Flyers going on that little win streak. They won 10 games in a row. Okay. I think that was big too because the Sixers obviously are the Sixers. There's no baseball right now, and the Eagles were kind of, a letdown at that time. So I thought it was a small, bright spot for Philadelphia sports.
Right. And it was Chris Jenkins that hit this shot.
Okay, Chris Jenkins. Yeah. Right. So good luck on that one.
Yeah.
And then I think I actually put in there the 3-0 start by the Eagles. I think the 3-0 start for the Eagles had this town buzzing, bro. We're a football team through in and throughout. And when we beat Pittsburgh, the way we beat Pittsburgh,
okay.
I mean, I was talking playoffs. I mean, I was right on it.
Yeah, you were.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of other people were like, how good is this team really once we beat Pittsburgh the way we did? So I thought that was pretty huge. And then I think the last one I have, bro, Wentz, Noel. I'm sorry, not Noel.
Who?
Hey, that was an earlier comment. Joel. I apologize. Embiid, Simmons, Wentz. And I forget the young guy who we drafted for the Flyers. He was a top pick as well. I put a post up a while ago when we had all these draft picks because we were in the top, 3 picks in all major sports.
Right.
The future, man. The future is looking bright in Philadelphia sports, bro. Like I can't even hold you. We have some interesting talent coming along. Embiid looks like the real deal. even though I'm not sold on him because he hasn't done it back-to-back games and throughout the year, but he looks like the real deal.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Wentz has everything you would want as a franchise quarterback. I can't say too much about the hockey guy. I haven't watched him yet or really understand or know, what his makeup is and what his contribution is to the team, if there is any. And then Simmons.
Good.
Yeah, Simmons. It sucks that he broke his foot, but he looks like the real deal from he looks like the real deal from the summer.
You've got mail.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I think Simmons would be good, man. It does suck that he hurt himself, but that's just part of the game, man. He just got to go through, some extensive rehab. Just get the whole feel of the NBA down, with the studying process, the workout, just keeping his body in shape, which I think he'll be good with. So.
Yeah,
I'm actually excited to see him play because I was one of the guys that thought that he was the best player coming out of college. That's the person that whoever has number one, you got to get this guy. Right,
and I completely agree. So, and it looked like they're going to get another top pick, another top pick. So we'll see how it kind of plays off here. So, I guess I got to keep it personable. My daughter just came down the steps and sent me that my son is actually sick. Little buddy been throwing up earlier today, and looks like he's throwing up again. He's burning up, and he's shivering. So it sounds like a lot of flu symptoms that he might have. But my fiance is tripping, talking about they might go to the ER. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. The kid's sick, man.
Yeah,
we're not going to the ER. Relax. Let's go to spell it too. Relax. So if I had that sound,
that's the mom.
Yeah. So
gotta love it.
I will speed up the show a little bit, just so I can go upstairs and take care of my young fella, man, my young boy. So let's get right into Eagles. So before we even get to the Eagles, I just got to say, it is Dallas week. It is the last game. We're not in the playoffs. They are. They're not even going to play most of their players, more likely. But it's a meaningful game to me. I had some time to think about what I wanted to say about this game. Because at first, I'm like, this game sucks. I'm not hyped. It's Dallas, and nobody cares. Everybody's already looking at next year, and I feel like this should be, a big deal. But it is the last game of the year, and it is meaningful because it's Dallas. I want to beat Dallas. I want to feel good about myself the next day.
You said we split 1-1 with y'all.
Yeah. I want a free coffee come Monday.
Right. Right.
And I want to say that, we started the year, we ended the year the same way we started. So I could care less if there's any backups. Give me a W, bro. Word up, man.
I don't ever want to lose.
Word.
I don't care if it's the preseason, any game. Who wants to lose? So it's a meaningful game to the point of, just feeling good, not losing. But in reality, this game means absolutely nothing. Dallas is pretty much packing it up. Looking ahead at this game, to be honest. They want to make sure that they have, all the pieces in place to start the playoffs.
Right.
They'll be having an extra week to rest and prepare for the next person. So, I know they're looking at it as just a cake game, and they should. I really think they should, but it's Dallas, so beat Dallas.
Word. Right.
In all aspects of the game.
Absolutely. So I completely agree. So we'll get more into that when the picks come in. But how about we get into a little bit of draft mode as well? I guess since we're all looking forward anyway.
Right.
Obviously I'm rooting for Minnesota to lose, but how do you have your draft board, bro? You're Howie. You're looking at your draft board. Some of the players who are coming out.
Okay.
You get a top 10 pick.
top 10 pick.
Top 10 pick, and I'm later into that top 10. 9, 10.
If I'm at 9,
I'm taking Cooks, bro.
And Cooks falls to me.
I'm taking Cooks.
I'm taking Cooks.
I'm taking Cooks. And did you hear? I don't know if you read. Sproles came out and said next year's gonna be his last year.
I mean, he's on the other side of 30.
Yeah, but he still puts up. He's still dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they overused him this year, but he's still. He's still.
He's not a running back. He's a weapon.
He is exactly.
He's just not one that you're going to line up and hand him the ball like they did a lot this year.
No, that's word, and I think it's a copycat league. Look at that. Look at Elliott. Elliott helps Dak so much in that offense because they can run the ball efficiently, and we don't have Dallas's star power offensive line, but with Peters and Johnson in the game, we
still have 2 premier tackles.
We do, and when Lane Johnson plays, we run the ball well. Yeah. Well, both of them. Let me say both of them.
Yeah, you just do everything much better. Because you have 2 guys that's been in these situations. They play at an elite level on each side of the line. So everything in between, you can kind of deal with. You got guys that they may start the kid next year that they drafted this year, SEMULA or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. He's a guard, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a guard.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, if they like the way he's been playing, last couple of games I've seen him in the game, in like a jumbo package.
Right.
He was in there a few games earlier in the year as well. Mm-hmm. So, if they want to move on and maybe promote him, or if not, you can still go with was it Barber?
Yeah, I think they signed Barber to an extension last year.
So he'll be around. Got him around.
Yeah, I like that. What was his name? Winooski.
Yeah,
I like Winooski.
Yeah, I don't know if he's back yet next year though. To be honest,
no, he's a free agent.
Yeah,
I like him. Yeah, he's a free agent. He wants to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And he should.
So, what do you have ranked on your board? I went running back. I went O line or D line. I don't care. Corner, receiver.
In that order.
If I'm drafting.
No way. I'm going running back. If I don't see the running back that may fit my system, I'm going cornerback immediately.
Okay.
So I go running back, corner, or vice versa. Whichever one comes that I may like over. Like if Cooks isn't there, if I can't get Delvin Cook, I'm going corner, one of the best corners.
No, I mean I completely agree with that first pick. But I'm expecting Cooks is going to be there.
I don't think he will. It depends on who. I mean, Fournette may go first out of all running backs. Leonard Fournette will probably more than likely go first.
Right.
So that leaves Cook down under him. So you may have to play at him. But then you look ahead, who may fall before us. Like Indianapolis is in desperate need of a running back.
Yeah, I'm about to give you the draft order now. So far we have Cleveland at 1,
San Fran
at 2, Chicago, the Jags. The Jags could use a running back.
They definitely could.
Tennessee, no. The Jets, possible.
Yeah.
Forte's out of there. San Diego, no. Cincy, no. The Panthers, possible. Yeah. And then Cleveland got our pick, which is 10, which sucks. And then 11 through 20, we got the Cardinals, no. Buffalo, no. And then the Colts are right there at 13.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely need a back.
So right now, as it looks, we're at 15, if it ended today.
Right. And 15, if he gets there, I doubt it. Now, if he is, then I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'll take him there. But if not, I'm going cornerback, definitely. Second round, like I said, it's either way. I'm flip-flopping either running back, corner. Then after that, I'll go receiver in third.
Right.
Get me a speedy receiver. Depending on, and this all goes off of what we do in free agency as well.
Because free agents first, right?
Right. So if they're able to, address one of those needs.
Right.
in a good way, like someone that's going to come in and really be an impact player, then you can maybe slide that need back one round.
Right. And don't forget, the draft is in Philly.
Yeah, it is.
What up?
So it's just how you stack your draft board. But we're definitely, honestly, in the first 4 rounds, I'm taking 2 cornerbacks.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah. That reminds me of Lito and Sheldon.
Yeah, I'm going 2 corners in the top 4 rounds.
I don't mind that at all, bro.
Because that's a
shore up your secondary.
Yeah,
quick.
And we need it bad because I don't see a couple of those guys being here come next year.
Yeah, word. No, I can dig that. I like that move. So, speaking of looking forward, who's your casualties? Who's your cap hits? I got a surprise on mine.
See, my cap hit to be. This is why I say I don't think too many of them will be there because Nolan Carroll's a free agent.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he comes back.
I don't think so.
But Leotis McKelvin, I'm cutting him.
He's getting cut. I actually have him on my list.
You'll save $3 million if you cut him.
Right.
Connor Barwin.
So hold on, let me ask you that: is he worth that money though? Is he worth holding on? Are you gonna take a chance with somebody else? Because that don't sound bad for a starting corner, bro. Now that I think about it,
no, they're not gonna pay him $3 million. They'll save $3 million against the cap.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if they pay him $3 million, then you hold on to him.
Right, you're right.
But Connor Barwin, I'll cut Connor Barwin.
Yeah, I got him too.
You save what, 7.75 million.
That's a lot.
Darren Sproles.
I think Sproles is here.
I'm just saying me.
Yeah,
if it's up to me, I'm letting Darren Sproles walk.
Right.
Saved that $4 million.
Okay.
And Ryan Matthews, he's walking.
Yeah, I got Matthews on there too.
$4 million.
Yeah. Shout out to Jared, Ron, Mike, Noel for joining the MoneyPot podcast. I see y'all. Appreciate you.
Those are 4 of my cap casualties.
Okay. I'll put Kendricks on there.
Oh yeah. How can I forget that? Golly.
And you know my sleeper, Kelsey.
Yeah, you said that, but it don't. I looked at that too, but then again, you got to look at the numbers as well. It's like
he played all games this year, though. That's the one thing that I think they might keep him. That
he
started.
He's really smart.
Yeah, he started. He's a liability, though. He really is.
A lot of them are liabilities. He's a liability in a way where it depends on how to use him too. He's a liability in one aspect of the game, but he's also an asset in like screens.
Yeah, he's great getting out. Yeah,
to the second level.
Right. When you can pull your center, that's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just different ways they have to find a way to either help him out and put him in a better position. And they say just his knowledge of the game and getting all of the linemen, in position for the coverages and reading out blitzes. They said he's like a real student of the game. So it's almost like, do you want to? I mean, you just extended him, so I guess you can have him around for a while. You got Brooks on one side. He's dealing with a mixed line for 2 years, man. That plays a lot, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. That's a big part in sometimes just being out of position because you overcompensate because you're dealing with new guys almost each week.
No, I completely agree. There's always a lot of pros and cons when it comes to Kelsey.
Yeah,
I'm just on the cons side. I think he's peaked, and now I think he's starting to regress.
Okay.
And
I mean, he's still young.
He's got to raise it. He's got to raise it to another level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To stay afloat. If we want to get to where we need to get to, we need that. He is. I don't want to say continuity because he has been a stable in the middle of the line.
Right.
But the one thing I told you before, I think any quarterback will admit they hate pressure in their face. And he can't, and he's just like Nash. He can't anchor down against some of these hogs that's coming up the middle.
Right. That has to go with scheme as well.
Right.
That's for them to figure out as well. How can we help out in this situation? Like what can we do? So.
No, I completely agree with you though, bro. I looked at some of our free agents too. I didn't know Trey Burton was a free agent.
I think he's restricted.
Is he restricted?
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Because I had him and Winooski on my list that I'm definitely re-signing.
Yeah.
I'm not re-signing Benny Logan. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm not putting. How much did we give Cox? 100 and what? 110 million somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So you say you lock up Benny Logan for the next 44 years. What you got to give him? Probably like what, 5 million a year.
I'm okay with that.
So five, 7. But our cap is 18, so we only have 18 million in cap space.
The one thing Howie does is he's good with the money, so I'll leave that to him.
Right.
He finds a way to get a bargain or to do whatever you got to do.
Yo, man, you asking a lot of money putting two defensive linemen.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm
fine with that.
That formula doesn't win championships.
It doesn't lose them at all. It doesn't lose them either.
Oh, well, I don't want to be stagnant. I want to win. Give me the winning formula.
I don't think it makes you stagnant because you done locked up ends. You lock up your 2 D linemen, your 2 D tackles, and it might not cost you but so much. So you're going to lock him up. You have to. You almost have to.
I don't think
because
you have to.
Your linebackers are. You playing with mediocre linebackers and mediocre corners.
I think you're undervaluing Bo Allen. I think Bo Allen's a good player.
Allen is
he's not better than Logan.
No, he's a
but he's not far off of Logan. I don't think Logan's.
I think he's far off of Logan.
I don't think so.
We're not going to say that they're like almost equal.
No. I didn't say that.
Yeah, he's at least a tier. Maybe 2 under Benny Logan.
Yeah, I don't think he's 2 tiers under Logan. Yeah. He flashes every once in a while. He flashes like Logan does. He doesn't play as much as Logan, so you don't know what he does over the full season.
He played a lot though this year, a whole lot.
Yeah, but he flashes and he's stout in the run game. I like Bo Allen. Yeah. I think Bo
Allen's cool. He's a good pick. I like the kid, but I think you short him up because you help keep them linebackers clean because they're already small.
Yeah,
they're not that good. Another guy that should be cut next year as well is Steven Tulloch.
I think he was only here for a 1-year deal. Anyway.
Was he here? Yeah, he's a free agent. Man.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
I wouldn't bring him back either.
Yeah, they're going to need some depth at linebacker. Time to get this money. All right. Week 17, last week of the regular season, y'all. I don't even know. I think one of the fans of the MoneyPot podcast actually told me I didn't have a good week last week. They was checking on me, so that's all good. But I think my locks were good. I think I was 2-3-0 in my locks, but the overall week wasn't too good.
Too shabby.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to brag about. You know what I mean? So it's all good though. As long as we get the money on the locks, that's all that matter.
Absolutely.
So first game is a toilet bowl game. Houston and Tennessee.
I'm going to Houston. I know Tennessee's favorite minus 3.5, but no Mariota, man. That's a big loss.
Yeah, no Mariota. Matt Castle. I didn't even know Matt Castle was still in the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Matt Castle's getting the start for Tennessee. And we got to be careful with a lot of these games because some of these games are just
a lot of people, be playing,
right, and they're looking for next year as well. So I think Savage is going to play for Houston.
Okay.
I'm not sure how long he's going to play. But they're -3, but I think they're going to let Savage get some reps in.
Just to get some more.
Yeah, but I think that's the key word: get some reps in, get some practice in, and I don't think they're going to take this game too serious. So I actually like the under.
He's not too bad. He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. We'll see what he has. Yeah. I like the under here. The under is 40 points. It's not a lot of points, but I don't think Castle's going to be throwing 2 or 3 touchdowns in this game, and I don't think Savage will either.
Okay.
So give me the under.
Yeah, 40.5.
Yeah. So let me write you down. Steve-O with Tennessee.
No. Correction.
Oh, Houston. I'm sorry. Don't want to mess up your numbers, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Another toilet bowl. Buffalo and the Jets. Word.
I don't even know, man, because Buffalo's starting E.J. Manuel.
I mean, you can pass.
Which I don't think he's not that bad. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't be scared to pass because I pass on the game.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break it down, but I really like that Buffalo has more weapons. Shady's gonna play.
Right.
I don't like the Jets quarterback over EJ Manuel either.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick coming off the bench. Taylor's going to the bench.
Yeah.
I just don't see any defense on this field. So I actually went the over. I like the over so low. It's 42 and a half.
And Buffalo comes out and play because of Rex Ryan because they say they feel like they let him down.
Yeah, but I think also Watkins and Shady came out and said there was no discipline on the team. It was kind of like lax.
Yeah, I did see that too.
Yeah, so
I remember, but see, Shady contradicts himself.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, he's like, "Oh, I like it on this team."
Right.
You get to be yourself, or you're treated like an adult.
Okay.
But then you come out and say that there's no discipline.
Yeah.
Like what's what? Where's the meeting ground?
Yeah, where's the line?
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, one person, they couldn't be too strict, but in the beginning you liked it. You was feeling it. You was excited about it.
Right.
There wasn't no discipline.
Right.
Gotta be real.
Yeah, you and Shady got problems.
No, I like Shady. I would welcome Shady back with open arms.
Word.
Without a doubt. Like, I don't have no issues with him. I just don't like the way he go about some things sometimes because it's like when he blasts people on social media or whatever. It's
right.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I can dig it. Next game. Yeah, we still got lots, man, in week 17. Don't ever get it twisted. Give me Baltimore over Cincy, bro. I call it the Steve Smith game.
I agree. You can lock me in. I got Baltimore as a win.
Yeah.
But you can lock me in as well.
Yeah, I think they get this one for Steve, man. Steve hanging him up. Was it 89, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 89 hanging him up. One of the greats, little men of the league.
Absolutely.
Balled out.
One of the biggest competitors I've seen.
Yeah, huge, fiery guy. So I don't think Flacco comes out. I think he's going to play for Steve. I think they're going to show respect to the veteran. And Baltimore's just a better team anyway.
Yeah.
And they're down to a pick. Like it's just a pick. So give me Baltimore, bro.
Yeah. And they can still make the playoffs, right?
Nah, they're done.
They lost last week?
Nah, yeah, they did lose to Pittsburgh, but I think they were they were already done.
They had to win out. If they won out, they would have made it.
Yeah, I think they needed help too, though. I forget what the scenarios, but I think they needed help.
Yeah, they did lose to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they lost to Pittsburgh. Next game, I almost made this a lock, but I'm not too sure. Green Bay and Detroit.
I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean Green Bay has to win. Green Bay wants to win this game.
I'm gonna go Green Bay, but this is one of them games that could be a little sneaky.
Yeah,
because Detroit
can make it close.
They played them well all the time. Even last year when it was trash. Remember, it came down to that Hail Mary at the end.
Right, that's true.
And
that's
Green
true.
Bay, and they beat Green Bay already once this year.
Right, that makes me like Green Bay even more.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just they always play them tight. They play them tight and down to the wire often.
It's just that Rodgers is too hot right now, and I think it's just the wrong place, wrong time for Detroit to run into Green Bay. To be honest with you.
And Detroit's at home too, so I mean, that don't
mean nothing but Rodgers.
Yeah, I like Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
I've been riding with Green Bay.
Word. All right, next game, another toilet bowl.
Must be let's see.
The Jags and the Colts. Yeah, I kept flip-flopping this game. I didn't know what to do, so I passed. I just passed on the game. I'm not going to give any advice because I don't even know.
Yeah,
who knows if Luck plays, Bortles, who knows what they're going to do in those games.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. If Luck don't play, then it's one of those. But if Luck play, everybody come out at the end of the season. I like the Colts over
Word.
The Jags.
Next game. E-L-E-S. Word. That thing kind of hit today.
It's the final one. Final rock.
I know, right? Well, we're going to hit him with another one, too.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar.
Give me those dirty birds. Romo might play. Sanchez might play. Dak might play. Who knows who's going to play on Dallas's team?
Well, Sanchez is. Romo is playing.
Yeah. So, but you don't know how long he's going to play. You don't know if he's going to series. He's going to
get
a quarter.
Have, what, 2 quarterbacks active, right?
No, you can have all three.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have all three. This is kind of what they do. I mean, I think that a lot of the Philadelphia fan base have been like, "Oh, it's Dallas. We're not playing for nothing. Who cares?" But I think when kickoff comes, I think they're going to be just as rowdy. Everybody's going to be hungover from New Year's.
Yeah, it just depends on how the game flow goes, man. If they come out and only play them for a series, then.
But see, I think the Eagles are going to play this game. I think
the Eagles have no choice but to play.
Well, not even that, but I mean, I think that from a lot of things that I've read, like there's a lot of people on the Eagles team that still they don't like Dallas.
Of course they don't, but Dallas doesn't give a shit about them right now.
Exactly.
They
so
don't care.
They don't care.
Whatever. So they can play their starters for a series, like a playoff. I mean, a preseason game, treat it like that, and then it's no fun to watch.
Hey man, as long as the Eagles win and I get some money off it, I'm good. Give me the birds -4.5.
-4.5. Philadelphia. What did I put down? I didn't put anything on that game because I kind of just want to watch it.
Shout out to homie Jody joining us on the MoneyPot podcast Facebook Live.
The Eagles by 5. It's crazy because I don't know. What if they play their starters to the fourth quarter?
And what, and pull them?
Yeah.
Give me the birds. The bird is the word. The bird. The
honestly,
bird is the word.
This is one I don't even care about. I just want the Eagles to win.
Word.
I don't care if it's about 1. The -4, they got to beat them by 5.
Yep. A teeter.
But with Romo in there, they're still a team that can move the ball.
Yeah, they probably can.
With Romo and McFadden in there.
I don't see. My thing is this: I think that's in there for probably most of the first quarter. I think Romo will probably get the second quarter. I think it'd be just like a preseason game. I think Sanchez finishes the last 2 quarters.
Yeah, it would be no point to put in Romo for a quarter. I think that's pretty idiotic.
I think it's just getting him in the flow of the game, throwing a ball, taking a hit. If he takes a hit, just shaking it off. You know what I mean?
It's not like you got to showcase him for another team.
No,
you want to shelf him so he don't get hurt.
But you don't want him to come in cold. You want him to kind of
cold for what though? What are you prepping him for?
I mean, that could get hurt.
That's still no preparation.
It is though, because you get him game speed.
He's a veteran. It's not like he doesn't know game speed. He's a veteran.
Yeah, but the playoffs are like he hasn't played all year, bro. You have to still get like it won't take him long to get into the swing of it, but he needs a series or 2.
But he's not going to play come playoffs time.
If that, but you're planning the fact if Dak gets hurt.
Yeah,
like you have,
but you don't think that way because Dak hasn't gotten hurt. It's not like he's.
You can't say that though. You can't say that though. You don't know what's going to happen.
He's not injured,
bro.
So it's not like I'm.
Neither was Derek Carr.
I'm not.
Never was Mariota.
It's a difference between.
Why is that a difference?
Because they're not prepping their backup for it. Their backup just came in now.
Exactly, but
just came in.
Yeah, but they're being proactive.
They have a week in between. I just say don't play Dak. There's no need to play him.
Right.
That's just my theory. You shelf him, you keep him cool.
Right.
You let him prepare for the playoffs. You got 2 weeks, to chill.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go. But if this is the route they're going to go, it's no need for Romo to play. I mean, who cares? Like, just let him sit on the bench, man, on the clipboard.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, I don't mind. I don't think it's a bad idea for Romo to get some reps in. Like, I know he's a vet. I know he knows how to play football, but I don't think it's going to hurt anybody for him, especially with Mariota and Derek Carr going down.
This is how I would look at it. Me being Jerry Jones or Jason Garrett, I put Romo in there God forbid he gets sacked and he break his collarbone again. Now we don't have no value to trade him. He's nothing now. I'm keeping that guy in a bubble until it's time to trade him.
I don't think they're going to trade him. I think they're going to cut him.
Yeah, one of the two.
We'll let him go.
Yeah, let him walk.
Yeah.
They'll probably trade. Somebody give up a 4th round pick for him. 4th, 5th. Yeah. Like Denver. God, they need a quarterback.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So I don't know. This game is just a game.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass for Steve-O. Next game, Chicago and Minnesota. I'm about the biggest Chicago fan right now. Come Sunday.
You gotta love Chicago so they can. But I just don't see them beat Minnesota in Minnesota.
I don't either. But I think these teams actually play.
Wait. I know we're off of just reviews and everything. But what do you think about the Minnesota corners refusing to follow the directions of their coach?
I think that was Terrence Newman being the vet. I actually think that he came out and said, we don't need, I played Jordy before, and obviously they're going to listen to him because he's over a 10-year vet? 12?
He's like 38 or something like that.
Yeah, so I think he said, he probably just came and said, I can play Nelson. We don't have to switch back and forth or anything like that. And obviously he was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong. But I'm saying, what do you do with players like that? If that's you.
But I think it was Nelson. I think it was Nelson being a veteran leader on the team, rallying the troops. I'm sorry, Newman. I'm sorry, you're right, Newman.
But you.
I don't think if Newman's not there, that doesn't happen.
Who knows? Xavier Rhodes is pretty good too.
Yeah, but I think Newman has a presence on that team that we don't know about.
But you specifically went against your coach.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. How would you handle that situation? Honestly, neither one of them will be playing come Sunday if it's my team. No way, no how. You're not playing. You went out there and deliberately went against my
and Newman came out and admitted that he was the kind of person who kind of orchestrated it. I believe.
Sure that's okay.
Then Newman's done. I wouldn't do Xavier.
I'm benching both of them.
I'm not. No.
You're both done because both of y'all said that y'all was in on it. So it takes both of y'all to be in on it.
No, it does. He listened to it.
So y'all both done for the final game. You just can't do that because that. And they have a good coach, Zimmer. He's a vet, so he's been around. It's not like you got Doug Peterson as your coach.
No. Honestly, Newman's the reason why that game was.
Newman probably would have been off my team, honestly.
Yeah,
I probably would have cut him.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that.
Once he said, "Oh yeah, I was the one that okay, goodbye, back it up."
I agree with that. What's up, Pop? I see you, buddy.
B screws. But yeah, back to this game. I'm saying you got a little. It just brought it back to my,
it sounded like it rubbed you the wrong way.
Yeah, it did because I don't agree with stuff like that.
Nah, I don't either.
It's like, okay, we're gonna do. Or if y'all both had an issue with it, y'all go to the coach and address it. Like, coach, I don't think we need to switch it up. That
game would have been completely different. Rhodes followed Nelson the whole game.
Rhodes is in a shutdown corner. Nelson gets money regardless.
Yeah, he doesn't go off like that though.
We're not going to make it seem like Nelson is a mediocre receiver. He's a top receiver when he's playing.
Okay, and we're not going to make it like Rhodes is in the top corner.
But Rhodes is coming off injuries too.
Give me him over Newman any day of the week.
Newman, absolutely,
with no legs.
But I'm still. Jordy Nelson is still going to do what he's going to do. He's still
I'm not going to say he's not going to get money, but he's not getting like 10 catches for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns on Rhodes. I don't think he goes off like that.
I don't know. I mean, Jordy did it to the best of them.
Who you got, buddy? Chicago, Minnesota, man.
Minnesota, man. Give me Minnesota.
I actually want Chicago, man. I'm rooting for Chicago boys, man. F that, bro. Give us a top 10 pick, B.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Next game, Carolina and Tampa. Must win for Tampa.
I went Tampa, yeah, because it's a must win. I actually figured Tampa has to win. They're going to put all their eggs in the basket and just leave it out there. They're a better team.
Yeah, I mean, Cam didn't play last game when Tampa beat Carolina, and I think they finished strong. I think Carolina finished strong. I think they're behind their coach, and I think they believe in his philosophies of finishing the season. So, the points have been going up for Carolina. the more the better. I would keep a close eye on this one. If this one gets anything close to almost a touchdown, which I don't think it'll jump 3 points, but I might jump. I might jump to 5. I like Carolina in that scenario.
Okay.
Next game, Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Big 3 are out of here.
Yeah, even with the big 3 out, they still beat these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went Cleveland, bro. Great teaser play for me. I think they want another win. They
locked up the first spot.
Grown men was crying together when they got that win against San Diego. I think they want another one.
That's sad, man.
Yeah. Head coaches and the captain, Joe Thomas.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I think they want another one. I think they got a little small taste, and I think they want another one. Man.
Yeah,
give me
6
Cleveland.
points, a touchdown without Big Ben,
without Bell, without Brown. It gives Cleveland a shot in the dark.
It definitely gives them a shot.
I would put them on a parlay. I would definitely put them on a parlay.
I like the under. I'm gonna go to under. It's 43.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick, bro. I like that. So here's an important game for Atlanta. New Orleans and Atlanta. What you got over here, man? I'm gonna be interested to see where you go on this one.
So they got Atlanta -7.
Yes, sir.
Atlanta wants to lock up the number 2. Atlanta's gonna come out and they're gonna beat.
Air them out.
Yeah, they're gonna beat New Orleans.
I thought that, man, but I don't see Breeze laying down. I just don't.
It's not about them laying down. Atlanta's a much better team, and Atlanta plays really good at home.
They do, man, but we already said we go through this all the time, and it's funny because I'm contradicting because I think they might go to the Super Bowl, but they falter, man. They always falter at the end here. They do, man.
They back. See, they falter in the mid-season, and they got over that.
Man, they fought.
That's how they did last year.
Matty Ice hasn't won a playoff game. What you mean?
He won 1.
1 out of how many though? What's his record in the playoffs?
But they're not in the playoffs yet. So that's what I'm saying. He wants to get it where it's a bye and to get a home game.
Yeah, I know. This a must. They need to win this game.
This is a game that I think they're going to come out and they're just going to throw everything at it.
7 is a lot of points.
They've been beating people by the last 2-3 opponents by at least 14.
Yeah, I took New Orleans though.
God bless you. God bless you on that one.
Oh, yeah.
New Orleans played them tough a lot, but
they do. It is a division game.
But the way Atlanta's been playing, man, they averaged 35 points, bro.
I mean, we act like New Orleans ain't far behind. New Orleans is probably like 28, 30, somewhere in there.
They averaged 35. They're the leading team in the league in points.
All right, I can dig it, bro.
Points, New Orleans is at 29.
Yeah, they're right there.
They're actually second in points.
Yeah. Happy holidays to you, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Next game.
Here comes the money.
Ooh, some more money.
It's gotta be Denver.
Nah.
No.
Yeah. You know me, man. I mess with my boy Tom Brady, man, all day, man.
Tom terrific.
Tom terrific, man.
He don't let you down.
He don't, man. I don't see New England slowing down. You know.
They're gonna try to keep the Dolphins out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are locked into the playoffs. It's just a seeding thing. But
Okay,
I mean, Matt Moore versus Tom Brady is what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Tom Brady versus Matt Moore. And I know a lot of people and a lot of, analysts and things I read that Matt Moore is not that bad of a quarterback, but he's not even close to being in the same tier breath.
We know that.
It's Tom. Yeah.
It's not. It's only
man. TB, man.
I don't even. It's probably 1 or 2 that's playing right now that you can put in the same breath. Maybe that's Drew Brees and probably Phillip Rivers. Just
Rogers. Rogers.
Rogers.
I'm
tripping. Definitely Rogers.
I put Rogers in there.
Yeah, absolutely. He won a chip too, so
Yeah.
absolutely.
But for me, you stop Ajayi, and what does Miami have? They don't have, especially with Moore.
That's a tax, though, stopping him. That's a tax.
He's banged up, though. He's got a banged shoulder.
That's
Kelly.
a tax, man.
Give me
Give me
TB.
New England. I got New England, so I'm not.
And it's a big spread. I think it's like 9.
Yeah, it is 9. I'm not going against it. I like
Give me
New England.
TB.
Yeah.
Next game, Arizona and the Rams.
I'm taking Arizona all day.
Where's the eggnog? I got your eggnog, bro, with some Jack.
Some Jameson.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. But I'm
That's for the after party, bro.
I'm going Arizona all day, man.
Man, get out of here with this Russell Wilson, man. Shut up.
I thought about him too, though.
Man, shut
when
up.
I said
Stop.
it. I honestly thought about him. You can't discard what he's done in the league.
He is a great quarterback. He is a top 10 quarterback.
He's a top 5 in the league.
Nah,
In this league, he's not a top 5 quarterback.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Wow.
Give me Roethlisberger. Give me Breeze. Give me Rodgers. Give me TV. And
That's 5.
did I give you 5?
No,
That's
this should
4.
be 5.
This a B5.
Right. Who you gonna take over him?
I want to say Rivers, but I don't want to say
No.
Rivers.
No. And I'm about to take one off of your list.
Who?
I'm not taking Drew Brees right now over him. No way. No way.
Are we talking about body of work or just this year?
We're talking about top 5 right now. If we Drew Brees isn't.
But then you got to put Matt Ryan over him. And I'm not putting Matt Ryan over Russell Wilson.
Nah, I'm not needing that.
Exactly. So you can't say that.
I'm not talking about like right this year. Period. I'm just saying
You said right now.
right now. What we're gonna go off of what Drew Brees done in the past. Lately, Drew Brees, the last 2 years, they've been irrelevant.
You can't say
He's
Matt
not-
Ryan. You have to take Matt Ryan over him.
Over who?
Over Russell.
No, you don't.
If you're saying right now, you have to. I don't care if you're saying right now, right last year.
Even last year, you won't put Matt Ryan over Russell.
I'm just
Russell wins in the playoffs.
okay.
That's what he does. Russell wins in the playoffs. I'm not taking a guy that won one playoff game and went to the playoffs 4 straight years. No.
Okay, well you can't take Drew Brees off there. Drew Brees wins in the playoffs too. He's got a chip just like Russell does
He
too.
has to get there.
He's gotten there.
Russell went 2 times in a row, dog.
Yo, man, he lost. I'm trying to hear that about a run play. It's a
he's
law.
He's 1-1.
That's a
That's not a bad record.
Yeah, well, Drew is 1-0. Drew is 1-0.
in the playoffs in recently. But yeah, you can't tell me Russell Wilson is in top 5, dog. Get out of here. What we got next, man?
He's a borderline.
It's not borderline.
Arizona and the Rams.
We went there. Arizona.
Yeah, I hate Arizona. I like him in this
going
game.
to Rams,
No,
huh?
I like him in this game though.
You hated them.
Oh
all.
yeah. I did, man. I did. But I think they got an underrated run defense, and obviously, if you stop Gurley and the Rams, they don't got much. So give me Arizona, man. That's actually close to being a lock. That's a good play.
Word.
Even a teaser play, tease them down and win the game. They get it done.
Not a bad idea, buddy.
Next game.
Here comes the money.
He has a Super Bowl. So what? He has a Super Bowl. So does Drew Brees.
Who said that? He was talking
Timmy.
about Russell.
Yeah, y'all act like this guy.
Timmy, I'm with you on this
Man,
one. buddy.
y'all act like this guy didn't have a top, not even a top 5, not
He
even
had
a top 3.
Historic defense.
Historical best defense ever.
Look
They're
at-
in the conversation of being the best defense ever.
Look at his numbers in those games as well, though. So we're not going to discard what he's done.
I'm not
That's what I'm
discarding
saying. You
what
are
he's done.
discarding
I'm
because
not.
You're saying his defense, but look what he done. Look what he did.
All right, let me switch the teams. You put Russell Wilson on that New Orleans team that won. He's not taking them to the Super Bowl. No, he's not. He's not.
I don't know.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
I don't see that they had a lot riding with them. If it's right after Katrina and Russell Wilson is there, they're going to win. I know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
No, he's not. He's not going to do it. You put Drew on that Seattle team? Good God. Are you kidding me? With that defense? Shut up. He'll have 3, 4.
He's not on there, so stop trying to say put him on that team.
I'm just saying, bro.
He wasn't on there.
But you have to understand
back to back.
You have to understand the situation.
He went back to back. It's hard to go to the Super Bowl
right.
2 times in a row.
It's hard to have a defense that only lets you score 14 points.
We're talking about Russell Wilson and what he did.
You still have to score to win. If you can't score, you can't win.
And he scores. He helps his offense score.
But their defense doesn't let anybody else score.
He has nothing to do with that.
I'm just saying.
He has nothing.
That's a lot of help. A lot of help.
It's a team game. Stop saying
it is a team game.
So you're supposed to be able to rely on your defense. That's what you're supposed to do.
Like that.
Yes, like that.
Okay.
You're supposed to be able to rely on your defense, and your defense is supposed to be able to feed off of the offense.
Okay.
And you put it together, there you go.
I don't want no problems. I got a lock game, man. Give me KC over San Diego, bro.
I'm with you on that. Star me next to that.
Yeah, KC is a must win. Yeah. Too many injuries for San Diego on the Rivers. I don't even want to look at this screen. Wilson is. I don't disagree. Russell Wilson is a great player. He is a beast.
You said he wasn't top 5.
I just don't think he's a top 5 quarterback.
You're out of your mind.
I just don't, man. But that 5th is argumentative.
Who you want to put there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to think. I want to say Rivers, but I don't want to say Rivers.
No. Get Rivers out my face.
Let me look it up real quick. Let me look at quarterbacks.
Let me look at Russell Wilson. Top 5. Dead or alive.
Man. Let me just look at the standings real quick. All right, let me see. We got Buffalo. We got Miami. Obviously, we said New England, Tom Brady. No to the Jets. I'm not saying yes to Joe. No Joe.
Joe who?
Flacco. No.
Top 5?
No.
Nah.
So Tom, Ben. Give me Luck, yo. Give me Luck over him.
I think I'm about to sign out right now.
Give me Andrew Luck over Russell,
who?
Over Russell Wilson.
Shut up, Nick.
Give me Luck.
Where's your drink? Where is your drink, man? I think you're joking.
Yeah, I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking. Give me Luck, man.
You got my pressure up, man.
Yeah, give me Luck. Let me see. All right, so we got. We got Rodgers, obviously. That's 3. Who did I say 4? Who's my 4th one? Tom Brady.
You said Tom. You said Drew Brees.
Oh, yeah, Drew.
Aaron Rodgers. Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. I mean, there's conversations, though. I mean, you could make an argument for Stafford. You can make an offer. You can make it.
Matthew Stafford?
Absolutely.
Over who? Russell Wilson?
Yes.
Nick, cut it out.
Shut up.
You're better off saying Eli Manning.
I was going to say that, and Eli was my next one.
You're better off saying Eli Manning. You're not going to say Stafford.
Why not?
Cut it out.
Why not? Why can't I say Stafford?
He's not better than Russell Wilson.
Okay.
No way, no how.
He didn't show you nothing this year? With nothing? No Megatron? Nothing? He didn't show you nothing this year at all?
He has weapons, though.
Who?
It's not like
Who?
It's not like his receiver is trash. Golden Tate isn't trash.
What? Shut up.
He's not.
Golden Tate ain't nobody, man.
Golden Tate isn't trash.
Okay.
You make it seem like he's playing with James Thrash and Ty Pinkston. He's not.
Yo, they're in the same level.
No way. Cut it out.
All right, so next game. Speaking of that, Seattle and San Fran.
Seattle.
Who you got there, buddy?
By 30.
Yo, give me the under, man. I went the under. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game.
It probably won't. But give me Seattle by 30.
Yeah. And now you know what, too, bro? We're going to find out about Russell. We're going to find out about Russell Wilson this year because it's just him. He's got Jimmy Graham and he's got Baldwin. What can you do? And you got Ross. And you lost Earl Thomas on defense. Show me something this year. Uncle Russ.
Okay.
Show me something.
I think he didn't have those guys a couple years ago, but okay.
That's upgrades. What are you talking about? He's got upgrades.
He did it without them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Did what?
Went to the Super Bowl without Jimmy Graham.
Okay, you got one player.
But you
still had that defense though.
Yeah,
And you still had a run game.
what-
A better run game. You had Lynch.
he definitely did have Lynch.
And he still had Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin.
Yeah.
Baldwin had a career.
So I'm saying this. He's got less than he did last year. So show me something, Uncle Russ.
We'll see, man.
We'll see.
I think they
Get him out of here the first round. Calling it. Get him out of here. Hey, they don't want to see the Giants.
Who they play the first round?
They don't want to see the Giants. I'll tell you that right now.
We'll make a friendly wager.
So hold on. If they play the Giants,
Whoever is going to play them is going to Seattle. They're not winning in Seattle.
bet that. What do you want to bet?
What's the bet?
Wings? Wait, hold on, let's make
Because last time I got burnt, I smelled the smoke a mile away.
Let's make sure we get this right.
And I seen the fire a half mile away, and I just got burnt.
An order of wings and a brew and a cold one.
From Soho. I'm going Soho. I don't want no regular wings. I don't want no wings from the poppy store or nothing like that.
Bet. I want it from the new spot we went to. Ale.
Okay.
Bet?
Bet.
All right, bet.
So wait, what's the bet? Come on.
It's just a win. Just a win.
Seattle won first round.
No. If Seattle plays New York, if it's
That's why we got to get more specific.
okay, if it's Seattle and New York, then I'm taking the Giants.
I'm taking Seattle without a doubt.
We needed something like
They're not going to be able to
make it a bet.
run no way, no how. Seattle.
Make it a bet, buddy. They don't need to run. They can't run the ball anyway. Seattle needs to run the ball. That's the difference.
We'll see. Possibly.
Because Witch's Face is locked in the 5. New York's going to play 4 anyway, and I think it's going to be Seattle.
Okay.
Because I think Green Bay wins. They get the 3rd seed. And
We shall see.
I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens if they both win.
We shall see, big fella.
Solid. Let me get your music ready because we got the last game of week 17. If I can find it, man. What did it close down on me?
We're experiencing some technical sound.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Get out of here, Timmy. Say out Seattle to the Super Bowl. They're not making it to the Super Bowl, buddy.
Timmy, I'm with you.
Close win over Dallas. Dallas ain't getting there. I don't even think Dallas make it to the NFC Championship. To
Timmy,
be real with you.
I'm with you, buddy. I like Dallas. No, I don't like Dallas.
I don't like Dallas.
I like Seattle or Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know about that. 4-5. Washington goes to Green Bay. Green Bay wins that. And if New York wins, New York goes to Dallas, and Green Bay goes to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
Damn, New York. Dallas don't want to see New York either, bro.
No, they don't.
They don't.
I know it's hard to beat the team 3 times, but
They don't want to
they're a
see.
team that can
Yeah,
do it.
they don't want to see that.
Spags, I love him.
And honestly, I like, even though it's Green Bay, I love Atlanta against Green Bay in Atlanta. I think Matt Ryan could tear them up.
See, they beat him already this year.
Who, Atlanta?
Atlanta beat Green Bay in Green Bay already.
Right.
So,
I just like that secondary. I like that matchup. Because Green Bay's secondary is sweet. Remember the dude, Minnesota, Phelan or whatever, he had 200 yards.
Yeah, 200.
We're not talking about Julio. We talking about, some other ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if they key in like they usually do with Julio, that could be a long day for Green Bay secondary. It's going to be Rodgers playing catch up all game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Atlanta can run the ball.
They're a great balance. They have a great balance, man.
Right. So that money pot music was for the Oakland and Denver game.
Give me Denver.
And I completely agree with that, buddy. I'm riding that pick too as well. They're actually down to 1.5 favorite. Simeon is playing. Von Miller is playing. Carr isn't. Oakland needs to win this game. I think it's Matt Glennon getting the start. He was a starter for Tampa not too long ago.
Yeah, McGloin.
Yeah, is it McGloin? Yeah, McGloin. Okay. But give me that matchup against that defense. Give me that matchup against that defense. I like that.
Okie doke.
You talking about Green Bay isn't going to the play? Man, Tim, stop.
I mean, they have to beat Detroit.
They're going to beat Detroit.
It's not a cakewalk. So
It's not.
He might have a point. That's why I said it's a little tricky because Detroit plays them tough.
But hold on, even if Green Bay loses, they still get in. They just
no, they don't. Green Bay had to win out in order. Green Bay has to win out in order to get in because if Green Bay loses, then Detroit locks up their division. They'll get in from the division. That's the only way Green Bay was getting in from the division.
No, there's two ways. Listen, Green Bay can clinch the NFC division title, but for Green Bay win. But they can clinch a playoff berth if Washington loses. Or Washington ties, Green Bay wins. I'm sorry, Tampa wins. Those are the two scenarios. So they could lose if Washington lose.
So if they lose and Washington lose,
right, they get in.
Tampa lose,
they get in.
So Tampa and Washington got
no,
lose.
Just Washington. But if Washington ties, Tampa Bay has to win because they get in through the strength of.
And Washington plays New York,
right? But New York is already locked in the 5th seed, so New York ain't gonna be playing their starters whole game.
Shit, me, you crazy? They playing against a division team.
No, they are, but they're not. They can't go up or down. If they win, they're not gonna get a stronger strength of schedule because remember Dallas is the NFC East champion,
yeah,
so they're locked in 5.
They want to keep the Redskins out though. I doubt if they sit them.
Yeah, but they won't see the Redskins into the NFC Championship. I mean, the Redskins would be the 6th seed. Because it'd be 4 or 5. They win, they play the higher seed. You know what I mean? They still got to take a trip.
New York plays all these starters though.
Yeah,
they're gonna play everyone.
Ooh, Lions win on Sunday, huh, Timmy?
Timmy,
Put your money where your mouth is, there, bro.
Timmy, I kind of like that a little. Because I just like the way they just play them a lot. They play them well often.
Right.
It's not like they blow them out. Like I said, the Hail Mary last year was just like, it was crazy. It was outrageous.
Yeah, it was. So let's do a little quick DraftKings.
Wait, did we do the Giants and Washington? I don't remember doing that one.
Did I miss that? I guess I missed that one.
I think we did miss that one.
Oh. Yeah, I know, right? We were just talking about. All right. Tell me what you got on that one, buddy.
New York.
You got New York on that one?
Yeah.
After all that riffraff, New York still gets the win. What's the spread on that? 7? I thought it was high.
No,
I know Washington's favorite.
No, I said I like New York to win.
Oh, did
when
you?
we was talking, yeah, I like New York to win. That was my thing. That's what I said. I think Washington loses.
Oh, okay.
But nah, they got Washington minus 7.5. So maybe New York will sit their starters.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah,
I think they
so
plan on them.
They
sitting their
banking on
starters.
them sitting. If they at 7.5, it's no way that they'll be 7.5.
Right. So real quick, man, before we end the show for the year, and just a shout out to everybody for listening. And you don't want to do that, Nate. We do it right here live, bro. What's the bet? What's up? What's the bet? I take Green Bay. What you got? You taking the Lions? I take Green Bay. How about this? Since you got pit bulls, dog food, Buffalo Boo, salmon. What's up? A bag.
A bag of Buffalo Blue. That's about $30.
Yeah, it's about 30. What's up? You got 2. I'll just get you 1 bag. Any given Sunday, man. You ain't ready. Yeah, get out of here, Timmy.
Split that one.
Yeah, get out of here, Timmy. So, before we end out the year, though, we're going to start slowing down the podcast. We're going to be doing it every 2 weeks, right around after the playoffs. I'm not sure if we're going to do a Super Bowl podcast. We'll keep you guys in the loop.
We had no choice. It's Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. a lot of money on the Super Bowl, so why not? No, not the $50 bag, the smaller bag, bro. we'll calm that down. Easy, big fella. I know how you are, Scrooge McDuck. But yeah, just a shout out to y'all. And just remember to follow us on SoundCloud, MoneyPot Podcast. Check out the website, www.moneypotpodcast.com. And, just keep looking out for us. We're going to stay relevant. I can't wait to do a little bit of off-season, get the show a little bit better. You're obviously looking forward to seeing the homie Steve-O on camera. We got a couple of things here, man. Let me show y'all something.
No doubt. Then we could talk about them.
We on air, man. We doing a couple small things, couple updated things, and we're gonna bring in some, like you said, some Sixers, analysis. And my homie Steve-O, man, is a beast on the basketball bets, man. So I can't wait for him to show y'all what he got on that. So finishing off the show, DraftKings. I just put down a couple sleepers. It's gonna be hard this week. And just once again, too, if y'all want to be part of the MoneyPot Podcast, MPP, DraftKings, just shoot me a note. We're doing the last one today. This week for week 17. But, there's always next year. So what you got for me, bro, for DraftKings? I'll run through mine first. Just, couple sleepers I think might, and then always keen on players that's going to play the whole game or might score. So it's funny we talking about Russell. I got Russell written down as my quarterback.
Me too.
I actually went McFadden / Alfred Morris for Dallas.
Okay, not bad.
I think those two might get some money. Got to go Steve Smith last game, and then I went Eli.
Hoorah!
And then I went Eli Rogers from Pittsburgh. I think he could be a sleeper pick. I went Ertz. I don't think Jordan Matthew plays, so I like Ertz in the middle.
Jordan Matthew's not going?
I'm not sure. They said he's like in the air. And then
shoot up.
word. I think they said it was ankle. And then Detroit, not Detroit. Defense, I got Denver.
Yeah, I like Denver defense a whole lot.
Hold on. Tim, you call me out, go big or go home. We $50 bag? $50. Just give me an okay. And we'll do it straight up, bro. $50 bag. Green Bay versus Detroit. What's up? Give me Green Bay. Just the win, too. We ain't doing the spread stuff. Just the win.
Okay.
What's up? Just give me the A-OK, Timmy. You already know how I get down. I get some wings and some kibble.
Nah, you ain't getting no wings.
And a cold one.
That's for the other game, Giants and
Yeah, that's playoff time.
Yeah, playoffs.
I hope that thing come around. That's gonna be great.
All right, so my picks for quarterback, I got Matt Ryan, Russell,
Uncle Russ.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with Tom Terrific.
Yes, sir.
My running backs, I got McKinnon from
Minnesota. Yeah.
Shady. I like Shady. And I'm going to go...
Good pick.
I guess I can go Spencer Ware against San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Receivers, I like Doug Baldwin this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Tariq Hill.
Yeah, man, he always does something.
He's always all over.
Yeah, man.
And I like Meredith and Cooks may be good to throw in there as well.
Okay.
Tight ends, I'm going to go Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Zach Ertz.
Okay.
And give me the old guy, man.
Man, I knew the Sixers was going to win today.
Give me the old guy, Antonio Gates.
Solid.
And defense, I like I actually like Minnesota defense as well as Denver defense.
Okay. Solid.
Yeah.
Good picks, bro. I'm just catching up on some sports here, man. Looks like Florida State is up 27-15. Oh, man. Cooks had a 71-yard run.
That's not surprising.
Oh, man. He actually I think that was a touchdown run.
Okay.
But Michigan is knocking on the door, first and goal.
6 minutes left.
Yeah, 6 minutes left. So we
20.
we need to turn that game on, y'all.
Yeah.
So-
Jeez.
So I want to appreciate everybody listening to the MoneyPot podcast. I want y'all to have a happy holiday, happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe, man.
Yeah, definitely be safe out here,
If
man.
you're drinking, try not to drive, Uber, Lyft. Give one of them guys a call. If you're in the house, just stay safe, man. Stay clear of the windows.
Word, man. Enjoy. Happy 2017 coming up.
Yep.